Welcome back to CD and Precision. Today we're going to be reviewing the Discovery ED-PRS 5-25x56. So choosing your first or next precision optic is rather difficult, and at this price point, which is $580 Canadian, there's many companies that are offering long-range optics. But let me be specific. What you should be looking for in an optic for long-range shooting, you should be looking for a 34mm tube. This allows you to have around 30 mils of internal adjustment. A 30mm tube will not allow you to do that. You want to look for 10 mils per revolution. A wide magnification range. Typically the way to go is 5-25. 3-18 is okay, but I find especially when you want to test ammo, that 25 magnification is just really where it's at. And for long range or extreme long range, you are going to appreciate 25 power. You're going to look for a Christmas tree style illuminated reticle. Illuminated is not mandatory, but it's really nice in order to put contrast on that target. It does significantly help for that reason. You're going to want 10 mils per revolution and good quality glass. So ED or better. And obviously a lifetime warranty, which this optic, the Discovery ED-PRS 5-25x56, fits all those expectations. So let's get started. I should be clear, before we do get started, I do retail this optic and a few others at cdnprecision.com. So if you want to support me, support the channel, and look at purchasing some, I can definitely help you out there. The Discovery ED-PRS 5-25x56 is a first focal plane optic. It's $580 Canadian or around $480 US. The glass quality in this optic is actually very, very good, which might surprise you for a $580 optic. It has FCD 100 Hoya glass, which you're going to notice this glass quality is really sharp and really nice. I'm actually going to overlay a bunch of different scenery that I've filmed through this optic so you can guys get a good idea of just how sharp and how clean the image clarity is. Next, let's look at the eye relief. So at the highest magnification of 25, we have 3.3 inches, and at the lowest magnification of 5, we have 3.4. And that's just typically how it goes when it comes to optics, is you have a little bit less distance between your eye and the ocular, the higher the magnification you go. In terms of the eyebox, it's actually a quite forgiving eyebox, which I'm not sure if just because it's a lower eye relief, if sometimes that's just a byproduct of getting a better eyebox. Next, let's look at the field of view. So at the lowest magnification of 5, we have 24 feet in diameter on a 100-meter distance. At the highest magnification of 25, we have 4.68 feet at 100 yards. It's basically the most field of view that you are pretty much ever going to see on a 5-25 power optic. Next, let's look at the fit and finish. The Discovery ED-PRS 5-25, I've seen them in their first generation and their second generation, and technically this is called a Gen 2, but it's really a Gen 2.5. This is a Gen 2. So the Gen 1s actually didn't have this silver screw here. They had little set screws all around the outside. And that's a bit of an older style, and I mean, it works, but in my opinion, this style is really good, and this style, a toolless cap system, is way better. So yeah, this was fine. It's even still a good value for the price point, but they modernized. They've dramatically improved the 5-25 Gen 2 to a 5-25 Gen 2.5. I'm the only one that calls it Gen 2.5. So the fit and finish on this optic is really good. They dramatically improved the magnification, so it's nice and smooth, and the focus parallax, which you're going to notice that is just really nice and easy to turn. The focus parallax starts all the way down at 25, so great for rimfire, goes all the way to 50, 100, 200, 500, and infinity. So a very nice wide range for the focus parallax. Next, let's look at the meat and potatoes, being the turrets. 36 milliradians of internal adjustment is what you are going to get in this optic, which is very, very uncommon, especially at this price point. There's almost like one other company that is offering similar amounts of internal adjustment for 580 Canadian. It has 10 mils per revolution, a shelf type zero stop. It's a toolless cap system. You simply just, let me just put this easier for you guys to see. Pop this off and you can easily reset it. You want to reset the zero stop, you do need a Torx wrench in order to set it to its little shelf point here. And then you drop it where it needs to go, you thread this back in, and that's it. It's literally that simple. The same thing goes for the windage. So If you're at a match and you're just re-zeroing and you are 1 inch to the left and 2 inches down, how did that happen? Maybe you dropped it, maybe you bumped it. We don't know. You can easily reset your scope very, very quickly. So next, let's go outside and test these turrets. Let's go 3 mils up. 3 mils left. 3 mils down. 3 mils back to center. Looking good. Let's test the tracking. Let's go 3 mils down. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Let's just get this lighting. Perfect. Let's see how much internal adjustment it is. A lot. Alright, let's see how much windage adjustment it has. That's it. And that's it. Let's see if there's any point of impact with magnification change. So the turrets performed very well. This price point, this is exactly what we want to see when it comes to turret tracking. Another thing I like to see on these turrets is that they have large numbers. The turrets themselves are rather, some people will call them enormous. They are enormous. They're one of the biggest in the industry. But you can easily see where you are at. And you also have the second numbers above the primary one. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way till 10. And then above that, you would simply look at the numbers above 0. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then you are back at 0. So that is really, really convenient. Most of the time, you're pretty much never going to do more than a second revolution. I mean, 19 milliradians, that is a lot. If it comes to 6.5 Creedmoor, I mean, you're shooting past a mile. That is a lot. If you're shooting rimfire, on the other hand, I mean, I was using this optic, I think it was either on my Tikka T1X or my CZ457, and I was shooting it to 400 yards. I had it on a 30 MOA base, I cranked it to the max, and I was hitting my 2 foot by 2 foot plate at 400 yards. But anyway, it wasn't quite as consistent as I wanted on that rifle. I have done better with that rifle. But anyway, the optic can do extreme long range, which is kind of what you are going to look for. Next, let's look at the reticle. So this reticle is one of my favorites, maybe because I've been using it a whole lot, so I'm just so used to it and I really like it. But it has everything you're typically going to want to see in a precision optic or a precision reticle. We have a floating dot in the middle, we have our milliradian lines, our Christmas tree that goes all the way till 10 mils. So you have an extra 10 mils of holdover points in your reticle, which is a lot. So 36 plus the 10 on the reticle, you are set. And it also is a illuminated reticle. Lastly being the warranty. Discovery offers a lifetime warranty. I also support that lifetime warranty. The benefit of going through me is that I carry them in-house. You don't have to ship it to China in order to get your replacement unit. Or actually they do have a warehouse in the United States, but then again, getting them across from the United States to Canada is also inconvenient. So I have my own supply here if ever there's any issue. Now, I like to be transparent. I retail these and I have never gotten a Gen 2.5 back. I've received one Gen 2 back, and I think 1 or 2 Gen 1s in the past. So and I've sold hundreds and hundreds. So they work really, really well. There's very, very few complaints, and they are very reliable and track very well. So anyway, if you want to pick one up, obviously you can check out our website at cdnprecision.com, and that's how we make all our videos possible. That's how we fund this channel, purchase rifles for review, and keep this channel going. Another thing I totally forgot to mention is they used to come with scope rings. They no longer come with scope rings. I do retail them. I have standard rings at around 65 bucks Canadian. I have the match ones that are around $89 Canadian, and they're great quality. Even the standard versions are really good. It comes with scope caps, and not even the cheap ones. These are really nice ones. They even have the logo on it on the front and the back. It does come with a scope leveling tool, and I think a lens brush and one, I believe, sunshade, which I never use, and I left mine in my box. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, consider hitting like, consider hitting subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.